Hey everyone, this is a grumpy old guy gaming. I know I've been in the sort of twice a week at most sort of vein on things, but I'm going to try and get a bit more out this week because, hey, why not? And we're going to start with Sunday morning live stream because love me some Sunday morning live streams. This is my somewhat outdated patch for .hack fragment. It's the tele patch, I should say. This is the version I'm currently running, 3.6, because my happy backside hasn't sat down and updated in a little while. And we're going to go in, grab my Wave Master, which usually makes for all sorts of shenanigans and fun. We're going to try and pull Cat's Boots today. I've actually been running for the Cat set now for a tangible portion of 2022. Emus and I were running for it in various parts to see the Meow Summon. Did achieve our goal, and you could find that video on a fragment from the Net Slum, that YouTube channel. Fantastic place. Emu's nice enough to put up all kinds of quality content, and every now and then I ramble on and on about things there too. Well, did ramble. I haven't rambled. It's been a year. Hopefully you're doing well out there. Taking a look, we have both of our farming servers available. I am going to go to Shrimp because I know Shrimp server, I've got the keywords set already. Welcome to Crab server 2, which of course I must add with an electric boogaloo simply because that's the way I roll. Got the Caduceus rod already set. Just going to make one other change to my shortcuts. Fanny Cruise, not going to be so useful for me. So we're going to change that out to Farai Cruise, just in case I don't take everything out in a single shot. Going into the old warp history, and it should be Resonate Hokkaido Melody. That's a level 66 water field, and without further ado, to the dungeon we go. Toe beams, which is a Cat's Boots thing, thanks to Nakanosuke for flavoring the heck out of this. Really enjoying the work that they put in on Shrimp server here. Everyone just sort of scratched their heads when he started the project as a translation of Crab server, and they're like, okay, but why? And it's really come into its own. It's a fun place to be with its own unique flavor and all the farming goodness that you would expect of a Crab server variant. If you don't know what Crab server is, it was a server, beautiful off-center meow there, created back when this game was a live service by Crab General and his team, who figured out pretty much the formulas to force better chances at pulling the rare drops out of statue chests at the end of dungeons. So they would set these little dungeons up. You're going to notice I'm going to go Treasure Light here for the sake of expediency. Plus, this character's gold is actually rather high from doing gratuitous amounts of farming. I enjoy farming runs, I am just not rather successful at them. Here comes first portal. Wow. Nice and laggy first thing. There we go. And we're just knocking them down as we go today. More meowing ahead. Really have to figure out why this is getting so slow. Far from the first time I've ever streamed Fragment on here. Yeah, I'm not sure what else would be running on my computer that's slowing it down so much. Did not get the physical on that either. That's just bad times for me all around there. Still survived. As you can see, I'm doing this simply for the rare. I'm pulling a grand 0 experience from this, and that's fine. Gonna try leaving this a little closer up. Don't get that great panoramic view. Also, don't get too much of that great panoramic lag, though it is slowing down considerably when I cast. Here are the chests spawning in the background. None of my concern, really. Big thing is that Lancier is doing Lancier things. Saw a nice elemental hit there. The elemental's dropping for like 7,000 because it's double damage. All the rest are taking splash damage, which is about 1,900. Yeah, 1918. Overall, not too bad. Not disappointed in that at all. Actually, this character had a massive milestone as we get to some meowing now. Just hit the 90th level. Which again is why experience is an abstract in this dungeon. That's floor 4 down. Never say that right the first time. Can't believe I did there. Got a virus core D, which is normally meaning that the statue room is just beyond, but because the Cat's Boots dungeon has to be a little different, we still got a few more maidens to clean up. Pair of Nyans there. One got away. But not for long. And that's fine. We needed a little extra time to get some of that SP back. Last portal for the dungeon. Hopefully we get a full... Yep, they're all down. Managed to do that all in one cast of Rig Game. Happy about that. Stealth Blades. Healing Elixir and Hail Cross. Didn't think we were going to get it first try. Try disabling a couple things here. Can't imagine what else is actually taking up the old bandwidth. Yeah. I almost did use a fairy's orb. Kind of a waste because the entire dungeon is a straight line. Really do need to get this character up to 99 simply so it can cross that 400 SP threshold. It won't get any bigger than that. 400 is kind of the limit for it. but it's still going to pack quite a punch with 400 SP, be able to cast well enough. And it's going to have a rather meaty hit point total, already does for a Wave Master, and we still got 9 more levels to go. Okay, I have the actual stream window minimized here to try and make up on this a little. Just love that sound, just that sudden thud of them all hitting the ground. It's a great thing. All the zeros. We are after all the zeros today. At Vorv and Vax, respectively. Getting Torma and Corv as well. Actually filling out the buffs rather nicely. Almost got 2 full rows here as we enter the 4th floor on the second run. Of course, floors somewhat immaterial as they're all set up again in the design that the Crab team found was optimal for the chance of pulling the designated rare for the dungeon, this one being Cat's Boots, which is something I'm running for a different character. It's really the last piece of equipment I feel my long arm needs, as the ability for 2 of my 3 card 1 characters to have Apdu on a stick is fantastic. By Apdu, I mean the skill that is associated with the speed charm, where you run super hyper fast, and by on a stick, I mean tied to the equipment as opposed to buying the consumable. We are up to the Niao screen already, which means we have made tangible progress. I really do love those little screens added in. That was a post edit by Neko Nosuke. Anytime you're making a custom dungeon in the area server program, though I guess he found a way to add it into an existing map as well, you could add little messages into each room of a dungeon and into the field. So you could actually tell little stories if you want, or just throw in cheeky little nyan-nyans. As you can see, they don't stay up a super long time. I remember when Spooky had his servers up, he made this awesome Halloween dungeon. And all of the messages were just a little too long to read in time, so when I covered it, I actually went back in post, recording the audio after, and I paused at each of the rooms to get a good read of everything. 0 for 2 on Cat's Boots, let's back out. Nice relaxing morning, not even 60 degrees outside, a little bit chilly, but it's fine for late spring. This is Memorial Day weekend here in the States. Working my tail off because of the holiday week. Also, fun personal fact, my parents' anniversary weekend. I'm going to go ahead, speed charm up and get my buffs before I forget to do that. Again, not the optimal timing, just the timing I'm most comfortable doing it. Usually do it right inside the dungeon, and well, I forgot. Got to do a little bit of the Dungeons and or Dragons last night. Run something that I cooked up a while ago, and then rebalanced again on the fly. So that was fun. Missing wildly on my mark is not so fun, but at least the second Lancier came out right quick and in a hurry. A little bit extra SP, but hey, that's what I get for falling behind. That one should hit all the marks. Yeah, I don't think those top two are going to escape that shot. Nope. Very neon coloration going on here. That one got away because I was adjusting my controllers. You could hear the constant reconnect, disconnect thing. Oh, caught it all anyway. Happy accident there. Hey, Rigsame and Rig Game. So whatever time we lost on me putzing around and trying to keep the controller in, already counteracted by favorable symbols. Got a second refresher on Rig Game. Now if we just set the SP to replenish. Another big reason I want to get up to 400 is get that regen a little higher on the uptick. Got 9 more levels to go, and I do believe this character gets 3 SP per level, so I'm going to finish out at like 402 SP. Again, well below standard. Usually standard Wave Master 99 is below 500s. By comparison, I think WT is going to blow that number out of the water. I think I just hit 24 with WT on that file, and already closing in on 200. Nice thing is we are regenerating a fair bit. We're getting enough back to fairly regularly just go summons to summons. The beauty of a floor 5 Lancier. Also, it's been a fairly eventful time for me. Whole lot of things going on. Some good, some not so good. Just been paying attention to family business and stuff more over the past couple weeks. Sorry if I've been a bit more detached than usual. For those who check in on the content and like to see what I'm getting up to. But I did just notice one of the good things come back in one of my geeky little hobbies. Played a fair bit of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Back in the day, and was thrilled to see the change of heart, even though it's probably not a competitive viable card, is back to limited. I mean, it sounds dumb. It really does. But 20 years ago, fresh out of a starter deck with just a couple boosters, I threw together Change of Heart and Soul Exchange, and nothing was better in old school than making a 2 tribute summon. off of my opponent's monsters. Clearly, there's probably better things you could do with it now, and most of the things you want to do with it now are probably negated by on-card abilities written in 5-point font with a gratuitous amount of abbreviations. But hey, at least it's there. Boosts on floor 2 worked out so nice last time, we're doing it again. Even with it being a little choppy, it's just fun to drop a whole bunch of mages. Hey Roy, how you doing? Sorry, I haven't been paying the most attention to things this morning. Still kind of waking up. But I am well. Hopefully you are as well. Hopefully enjoying this little, albeit not optimal, stream of me electrocuting witches for the sake of grabbing some strange boots, which either look like cat's paws or just look like the boots Maha wore inside. Not really 100% clear on that, but those seem to be the two widest interpretations of those who have talked about the set, and I'm cool with either, honestly. Again, I'm in it for the mechanics. Some Appario, happy to see that. Get that little bit of elemental buff. Not that we're not already clearing these things out handily. Gonna push us over 8,000 on the Dark Maiden for elemental hits. And that means splash damage is well over 2,000. Which I believe the technical term for is stupid good. Do want to thank everyone for the kind response the Dot Hack character builds video got. That's been a little passion project of mine. I'm going to go through those, and I've got a couple others lined up past my characters, at least. It would be fun to do an ongoing series of those just to see how different people build their characters in different ways. As silly as that sounds, the more you play the game, the more variety tends to open up for you. You almost sort of bottleneck yourself at the beginning thinking if I could just get the super high level stuff. And the high level stuff is great. Virus Core X there, nice late alphabet pull. And even a good deal of the rare stuff, it's got tangible benefits, but there are some hidden gems in the commons that do things that probably you won't see out of any other weapon in the class. This character actually doesn't run rare staves because between the Caduceus Rod and the Staff of Truth, I get all 6 of the elemental summons at the highest possible level. So getting elemental hits for this character is purely academic. My Blade Master also doesn't use a rare because Rugrats Knights is a Blade Master sword with the Sleep ability, which absolutely throttles down the difficulty of high-level encounters. Cat's Boots! We pulled Cat's Boots. Hot Diggity. See, folks, the dream can come true. It's a level 73 rare leg armor. Like 99% of things in the game, a Wave Master cannot use it. But here's what it gives. It gives Deck Torv, which is fantastic because you can decrease a target's accuracy. Not really a debuff I use often, but I may just give it a go with my long arm. Abdu, the real reason I wanted it. Speed on a stick. Stats aren't terrible. It's given a +9 to your body and 9. Emu's is random randomness. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for the congratulations. I was just thrilled for the Virus Core X, honestly, but hey, we'll take it. Got a couple awakenings as well. So that is fantastic news because it means, in all likelihood, I never have to run this dungeon again. But before I say that for good, I'd better hop out and get a quick save here. Yeah, Sprite Ocarina is the one I want. Don't ask me why, but I keep getting them jumbled in my head anymore. Not even a half hour into the stream. Gate out, get that quick save in. Because you never know what could happen in life. Have to go ahead and transfer that item off camera. Do that after the stream. But for now, we've did the thing. Still got a little time left, so let's say we hop into Shining Darkness, since Emus is kind enough to stop in. Never say never. That is fair. Got to appeal to the demographic. If the crowd says cat stuff, then cat stuff we shall have. Surprisingly little to restock on. We're just going to go ahead and, just stick that someplace safe for now. Got a few items to sell. Not terribly worried about it. Let's just random word and look for something I can gain a little experience on. That is something I could gain a little experience on. Despair's BOGO Club. Level 98. Firefield, so I'm looking at guess I'd be looking at some Flame Maidens, maybe, some Pandora's boxes, some Astra Kings. Yeah, let's go for it. What's the worst that happens? I level down to 89 and can get an experience off Dark Maidens? Ooh, Desert Field. Got some bright purple mushrooms in the background there, which is fantastic because I just threw a cluster of violet fungus at my poor D&D players yesterday. Only got one combat off, but it was fun. Here's some loud stomping in the background, and there's some armor generals. Forgot about the armor generals, mostly because I like to forget about the armor generals. Just finding that right timing there. Should probably reset my L2 and square to a different element as well. I think we'll go Organzot because there could be Psyche Visions here. And that will give me that nice, neat elemental hit out of this moveset. Hey! It's a Psyche Vision. The game has been super nice to me today, giving me a rare and accidentally giving me a chance to look smart. Also, it's running a lot smoother without having to spawn 8 Dark Maidens simultaneously right now. That is fantastic. Got our Protect break, not a single elemental hit this entire time, but you can see we're still taking it down with ease. That's probably as poorly as that can go for us. And it was still all over but the shouting, and 3 experience gained, which is a tangible gain at this level. Pair of armor generals, so we're just going to try and get them close enough that they're both hit with the same spell, and just keep working on them as such. Didn't quite get over enough to target them both with the same hit. Really wanted to get that left side armor general, the primary damage on that last summon, even things out a bit more. Either way, a couple Organzots managed to follow through here. Fortune Wire, and let's see what our risky treasure of the day is. Diablo Blades. The official cutlery of Deckard Cain. Treasure of the less risky variety is going to give us an Inferno Strike. More armor generals, my favorite thing to avoid. Just going to pull the cheap, somewhat terrible Wave Master trick of just backing up until these things turn around, and then just blasting them to oblivion. That's what they get for trying to play fair. Slide over here, throw a Crake out, give me a little time. And now we're down to 1. It's Organzot or bust. Just a couple portals left, and then we will do the riskiest thing you can do while soloing a run in Dot Hack Fragment, and that's visit the Spring of Mist in the field. Because enemies, they don't stop just because you did. No. That would be equitable. That would be decent of them. We're not here for that. That's not what we're about. You'll notice I'm avoiding Lancier right now. It's because I just spent 20 minutes casting it. Nothing against the spell, but I got other summons. Even just in this limited 3 set. Forgot how low my tiny Wave Master SP pool is, and that's specifically my Wave Master that's got that issue because I build him as a big chonky boy. There's the simul kill. That's what we're looking for. Rigdeem and Rigsame have worn off. But this Psyche Vision wanted to give me 0 time to take care of that. And so we meet it with an elemental hit. Still got over 1,600 damage just on 2 out of 3. Which I will admit ain't bad. Looks like we're going to get 1 more of these off before having to use an Artisan's Soul. Down into that critical range. Any old hit will do here, and an elemental is a great way to finish it off. Now our speed boost is worn off, so we are really in need of a refresher here. Ah, still three portals. I didn't notice that one just terribly close to the dungeon, literally on top of it, which is going to make for an ever so convenient exit if we survive this. Again, looking for that turnaround point, because why play fair when you could play Wave Master? This clearly not how every Wave Master plays. Some are far more sporting than me. I am just a monster. I will do these things. Here's some heavy footsteps in the background, so it's not like the game's being any gentler on me. Okay, that was unexpected. One turned around, the other very much the opposite. Just all kinds of not good stuff happening in that little area. See if I could track down the wandering armor general there. And because it waited so patiently, oh, good. Oh, and it ended up because it's just kind of crap right now.